Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the New York Giants. Starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. First down throw for Mills. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. Finding room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon. 1st and 10, it's Pierce.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Giants at 2-6 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. manageable. Third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mills. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he's got Dorsett complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Pierce now up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. On 3rd and 2, Jones. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Hard throw, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Big strides, look at him go. Inside the 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Gano the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A run by Pierce begins the second half. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Big runner Williams there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari, getting in there to bring him down. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. For the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it right around the goal line. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face a third down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Going for it with Pierce. But he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. 4th down, Mills. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
On 1st and 10, Mills. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have retaken a third-quarter lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. It's Barkley once again bringing it in to catch. And out across midfield down to the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it.
The 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Jones. To Barkley on the check down. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Back to throw again. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Jones. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Hand off right side to Pierce. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from blocking.
This is intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 46 yards.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. And the defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Here's Mills. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
First down, Texans.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Texans, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies.